Good morning, it's Mr. Jacobs with Team Maroon's Literacy Learning this week on our topic of me, myself and I. So it's our final week at Larwood. Not the end we were all hoping for, but still we got there, we managed it, and hopefully the few lessons that you've had back with us towards the end after lockdown have brought some light to your lives, and you've enjoyed some of those activities, and it's an opportunity to spend some time with your friends and get to say goodbye to everyone. But also hopefully you've made the last few memories. I know we've had some fun with the year sixes doing some fun activities, and I've heard of some fun things that you've been doing in your groups as well. What I'm looking at today is asking yourself, what are your aspirations? I want you to think about your ambitions, your achievements. What have you achieved since you've been at Larwood? Your dreams. We all have dreams. I still dream of playing for Man United one day. It's never going to happen, but I can still dream. It's a great dream. I end up winning everything. That's my dream. Changes, our next steps, obviously they're just about to happen, or some of them are. And our targets, so what are they for next year? So at the end of this slideshow, I have sent you an email which gives you an A4 sheet, or you can enlarge it to A3, where you've got these boxes under these headings. I just want you to write some things down that are personal to you. Give you some ideas. If you look at your achievements, what have I achieved? So if you're in class, pause the slideshow now and have a discussion. What are the different achievements that you've all had in class? And you can obviously use your own. And if you're at home, speak with a parent. Talk about what your achievements have been, and thinking about that, being at home, think of achievements you may have done at home. You may have passed swimming certificates, you may have done scouts or anything like that, activities away from school. But in school, what have we? We've got better attendance, maybe, your attendance to be better. You built some friendships, different medals you've achieved, built better relationships with staff, you've earned kindness awards from your teachers, might have earned your black shirts, you might have more self-belief where you're more confident to do things yourself. Certificates, okay, we forget that because many of us get our points and we forget, but there's a really good award, and most of you have done that every week, so certificates. Improve my environment and community. I've been amazed by your efforts in supporting what we do as a school to make our community and our environment, not just at school, but our surrounding environment better. And you've made our community better by what you've done for charity groups and the work you do with the elderly. You should all have greater confidence, I think, since coming to Larwood. And you'll have a more positive self-esteem, so a positive reflection about yourself. So these are all achievements and things that you could write down if you feel they're right for you. So we've looked at achievements. What are your aspirations? So your aspirations going forward might be starting to think about what jobs you might do in the future. As you start your secondary school, towards the end of it, in 4 years' time, you'll start doing possibly some GCSEs, which are a scary word, but it's pretty cool. It's qualifications. It's something that can go on to help you get the job that you might want to do in the future. What jobs might they be? I've heard people say they might want to be a policeman or policewoman. Dare say you might want to follow in some of our footsteps and become a teacher. Some of you are really good in the kitchen, so you could be a chef. And of course, if you get on TV, you can make lots of money being a chef. NHS staff, so we've all benefited from the help and support they've given our family, friends and people in our communities. Maybe you want to follow in their footsteps. Actor or actress, so if you watch films and cartoons and things, obviously there's actors and actresses, voices or acting out involved there. That might be a really cool job to get. Counsellor, less obvious, but we have our own life experiences and experiences from COVID that with training as we go through our education, we could go on to help other people cope with different problems they might have in their lives. I think some of you would be really good at that. A manager, you might want to become a manager of a store, company, some really good money if you can work your way up the ladder. It's hard work, but you might be a really good team leader and you could become a really good manager. Artist, some of you like drawing and painting. If you keep trying and persevere with it, one day some of what you create might be wanted by other people and you can sell it to them. Paramedic, often we hear the ambulances going around and you might think, I'd love to be one of those people that helps people and saves lives, so fantastic job that would be. Ambitions, so you might have some ambitions going forward into your new secondary school, and you've got ambitions for looking forward to the rest of your life. So certainly in your new school, you'd want to make new friends. I'm sure some of you would like that. Complete secondary school would be really good, so you go through it the whole time. Join a club, That might be Cubs, Scouts, dance group, football club, any club that is local to you in your community. Get the confidence to go and join it. Try new experiences. So you get to try them often in Larwood. But try new experiences. Just going out for a walk with your family in the countryside is a new experience for some people, and you might get to see wildlife that you've not seen before. Gain qualifications, not just education qualifications. You might get your Duke of Edinburgh award. There are qualifications to become a coach, like what you've been doing with Mr. Scales and Mrs. Wood. You can get junior coaching awards. Complete secondary schools, come up twice, it's that important. And raise money for charity might be something you'd like to do, and you have done as a group in school before, but you might want to come up with an idea that helps raise money for charity. And of course, I haven't thought of everyone's ambitions. What other ambitions do you have? Dreams. Mention mine would be to play football. Your dreams might include owning your own company. Maybe a relative or someone you know owns a company and you want to follow in those footsteps. Play professional sports, not just football, clearly, or other sports available. Go on holiday too. We all have different dreams of where we'd like to go on holiday. I would love to go to Canada, to the lakes, and see all the wildlife that you may see there, eagles, bears. It's something that I think my children would absolutely love. Own a property. Can sound a little bit boring, but equally it can be very exciting to own your own house, your own property, that you can make your own home. Drive a car, could be a simple one. Drive a cool car, could be even better one. I drive, and if some of you have seen my car, it's not a very cool car, but it does get me from A to B, so it does have its benefits. Write and sing a song. So yeah, if you can write a song, and better still sing it as well, you can earn lots of money doing that. Changes then, the next step. So what things are about to happen? New transport. You might have a new taxi driver or group that you're going to be at school with. A new school, obviously. New friends. You're going to make new friends without any shadow of a doubt. But as you get older, there's always a bit more responsibility. So it might be you start to do a little bit more around the house to help with your family. I'm sure many of you have been doing that lately. New address. Some of you may be moving house. I know one or two of you are moving. So a new address would be a change or a next step. Body changes. Yeah, our body starts to change a little bit. So you're going to go through that a little bit. So again, these are things that are going to happen when you're at your new school. Now I look forward to seeing some of your work at the end. Don't forget your targets, because I nearly did. So what might your targets be at your new school? There'll be new reward systems at school. To do a job you like. To support your family. To continue your learning progress. So as you get older and you have new lessons, new qualifications, you continue to build up your learning. Every day is a school day. Even us old teachers, we're still learning, as are your parents. Every day everyone can learn something new. Get a high school attendance. So when you go to your new school, keep up with that really good attendance rate, because the more days you're in school, clearly the more you can learn. And new skills. Always try to better the skills that you have already, enhance upon your skills, and obviously you can become a better person, player for that. When you've had these discussions, write them down on the sheet that I've given you. There's a little coloured box that matches each of these separate things that I showed you in slide 1. If you do it really neatly, take your time. It is something you could also put in a frame along with your creative lesson that can help remind you of your time at Larwood. And who knows, you could be sat in the future sitting down with your son or daughter having a similar conversation, and you can say, oh, this is what I did when I was thinking about the change that I was going to go through. I wish you all the luck, keep safe, and I really hope to be able to see you soon.